Hello, my name is Leanne, and thank you for joining me today while we start to create a wall hanging for fall. Before we begin collecting our items, you might want to ask yourself, what do you think about fall? What are maybe some of your favorite things about fall? And what would you like to include in your fall wall hanging? So you might want to look around you and see if there's anything in the house or outside of the house that you can collect to start making your wall hanging. I've collected a stick from outside, some yarn that I just have laying around. I also collected some scissors, one for cutting fabric, the other for cutting paper, and a hole punch. In addition, I have collected some different cardstock and some various pictures I have laying around that I've wanted to use for a while. In addition, I've collected some glue, a glue stick, some different markers, and some different twistable crayons. Once you have selected all the items that you would like to use today, we're going to start preparing the items to be hung. I'm taking some cardstock and laying it under each picture so that I can have a backdrop that makes it pop. So right now I'm doing the sunflower and seeing which color works best. Do I want it to be bold? Do I want it to be subtle? Do I want it to be exciting and really be vibrant? These are the kind of questions you're going to want to ask yourself as you're going through and making your own selections. Once I've made my selection for each photo, I'm then going to decide whether I want to keep the photo intact or if I actually want to cut certain images out of the photo to make them more representational. Today I have decided to take the sunflower and cut it out of the photo because there was extraneous information in the background that took away from the actual sunflower. I'm also taking the backdrop or the construction paper and I'm cutting it to mimic the sunflower leaves. Before we move on to the next picture, we'll want to flip over the sunflower or whichever first photo you're working on to see the back. Now it's up to you whether you want to leave the back plain or if you want to add a little extra fun and flair to the back. Even though this is going to be a wall hanging, if you ever have a gust of wind or maybe you open your windows this fall, the back might eventually flip over. So what would you like to appear? Maybe it is a decorative detail. Maybe it is a favorite verse or phrase, or maybe even a motto or mantra. Or just maybe it is something dear to your heart that you want to know is represented on the back of all of your photos. This time is yours. Take as much time as you need. Explore all of your options and try to discover what is most meaningful to you this fall. You may even decide to put a photo on both sides. Whatever your decision, it is up to you. What do you want your wall hanging to look like? What do you want to see as it might twist in the wind? This is your wall hanging. Whatever it looks like is what it's meant to be today. Once you have glued all of your items together, and they have had enough time to dry, you'll want to take your hole punch and create a hole in your image so that the yarn can move through. This part can be challenging, but take your time. There's no rush. Try to make sure that the yarn is the length you want it to be, as it will be hanging from the stick. You may want to see and measure how long the yarn is, also taking into account how many items you're going to be having hanging from your stick and how far apart you want them to be. Again, it does not have to be perfect. This is your own creation, and it is going to be whatever it's meant to be today. Just knowing that and letting go in the moment, letting it become what it is meant to be, is so beautiful. So again, be patient with yourself. Take your time. Enjoy the process. There are no perfect people, and there are no perfect wall hangings. Just embrace whatever it becomes. Once you have tied your last piece on, go ahead and try to hang it on the wall and see what it looks like. Take it all in. This is the moment you've been working towards. You might even want to turn it over and look at the other side. Look at the difference. Look at the changes. Taking in all of the effort that you've put into making this item, this beautiful wall hanging for fall. Notice how you're feeling in this moment. Are you smiling? Do you feel calm? Do you feel accomplished? And now take a few moments to notice the thoughts that are going through your mind. If you feel up to it today, take a few minutes and process this experience, maybe in a journal or on a sheet of paper, or maybe in your computer. Just take some time and process fully. I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I hope you enjoy your wall hanging. Have a wonderful day.